Hey everyone, and welcome back to Mandate Buddy Mondays. I'm your host, Mandate Buddy Rob, and next to me is a very special guest, Landon Hamidi.
Hey guys, happy to be back. I appreciate you, Robert. Thank you.
Perfect. And our first segment of today's show is going to be called Healthy Conversation, and we have a ton of comments, some good, some bad, and some ugly that we're going to be going through with you today. Okay, so what we're going to do is run through, every week we have different posts on our social media outlets and all of our different platforms, and we tend to get a lot of activity from Mandate Buddy Monday viewers and all different types of people. So here on our screen you can see we have trucking and how it can help your bottom line, and we got some good comments here. So what we're actually going to do is pull up the first comment, and Landon is going to me and Landon are going to read through it together and kind of just talk about it with you. Okay, so Michael Hollingsworth, and we want to say right off the bat that we appreciate everybody's comment. We're always looking for suggestions and you know, any type of advice or critique. We're open to listening to all of it, right? And we appreciate and thank every single one of you that do take the time out of your day to comment on one of our posts, right? So Michael Hollingsworth. So Michael says that, and he's referring to the driver shortage, all right? So he says, it's only going to get worse, right? The younger generation is not going to put up with the ELD. Low pay, treated like a 3-class citizen. So treated like a Class 3 citizen, all right? When they can get a factory job that pays more, home every night, and no government control 24/7. So, you know, I sympathize with Michael here. I mean,
good point.
Having the government in your butt every second of the day is not fun, right? We know that it's not fun, but it's necessary, right? Because people's lives get lost, and it is what it is at this point. The ELD mandate, it's here, right? And the government, I mean, they're public highways. So, you know, I feel your pain, though, Michael. And, you know, I know you're saying that you could go to a factory job, and you probably could, right? But I know that there's ways to work together. What's up, Landon? So how do you feel?
I'm excited, man.
Yeah,
I'm just excited about this.
All right. So let's see.
Cool.
So we responded to Michael, and he said, thanks for the comment. What do you think needs to change in order to alleviate the driver shortage? And Michael's got something to say. All right.
Absolutely,
so Michael says, better pay, working conditions, and the ability to work with conditions of trucking. So the ELD is a computer world, not the real world. I understand that there has to be rules and regulations, but taking that ability away from the person on site is wrong. Drivers need to be able to say no without being punished by shippers or companies. If you really want to make trucking safe, then regulate the shippers and the receivers as to shipping and receiving times with the ELD. Then no trucker would have to worry about unrealistic times placed on them. Better training of the young drivers would help. These mass production of training given to first-time drivers is not a help. 200 hours of total training, 8 days, is not enough. In fact, an aptitude test to see if they even are smart enough to do the job. So major companies, military do this today. So we thank you for the comment, Michael. You know, I will agree with you in that the shippers and the receivers need to adapt to the ELD, right? Because what happens is you guys go to a yard, or you end up in a yard, right? And you're running out of duty time for the day, right? And that shipper, that receiver is really delayed, right? They're taking a lot of time to load up your truck, and you're sitting there waiting, right? So I understand what Michael's saying, that the shippers and the receivers, you know, need to bend a little bit and understand that these guys have ELDs in their truck now. And from my understanding,
absolutely.
Shippers and receivers, if you are putting pressure on drivers to drive more than their allowed limit, you can receive a fine for that. So those guys need to watch out for
that. Steering wheel holders.
Yeah. So David disagrees, right? He feels that, you know, there's no shortage of drivers, and we want you guys to let us know how you feel, right? Comment, call in, whatever, right? However you can get to us, let us know how you feel. I want to know, is this driver shortage real? Why is the media talking about it, right? Why am I wasting my time talking about it? What can we do, or what needs to be done?
The
right?
good, the bad, and the ugly will help us all understand.
We wanna learn here.
Absolutely.
On Mandate Buddy Monday. So our next post, we have a post here. It's about drive ads. So drive ads, we work together with advertisers and owner-operators and medium-sized fleets, large fleets, strategically to place ads on trucks that are in the right geographical territory. So what we do is go to advertisers and say, hey, what's your product or service? And then we match up those advertisers with drivers who are inside of a location that it makes sense for an advertiser to display their advertisements for their products or services, right? So we do all the background, all the legwork, and we put money in y'all's pocket, right, in the driver's pocket. And you guys can reach out to us, and we'll let you know. Landon or any of my guys here can let you know how this works, right? So we got a lot of activity on this post, and we're pretty excited about that. So George Parkinson, I'll let Landon. A lot of people feel a lot of different ways, and we want to say we appreciate everybody's opinion. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and we're entitled to our opinion, right?
Absolutely.
And I think that there should be a healthy public discourse, right, where we can all exchange ideas and talk about our opinion and their opinion and figure out, some middle ground, right? So George Parkinson, I'll let Landon read this one here.
All right, so George Parkinson, he came in and he says, "What a ripoff!" Right off the bat.
So ripoff. I don't know how free money. I mean, again, George, we respect your comment. We respect your opinion. We're gonna have to respectfully disagree with you on here, though, George. I mean, free money, right? This is free money, right? A ripoff. We asked George why. So we said, hey, George, do you mind telling us why you feel this way, right? Unfortunately, George did not get back to us, but a gentleman, Michael, came in and let us know what he thinks, right? So we'll read you what Michael thinks here. Let's see. So Michael says, well, let's see. He says printing is around $1,200. Let's see. And the revenue you make from your customers is around $6,800 per month, but you only want to pay $400 to the trailer owner for the use. Total ripoff. So, Michael, we appreciate your comment, but we're going to have to disagree. I'm not sure where Michael found his numbers, right? This $1,200 number or this $6,800 number. We would love to know, where Michael did find those numbers, because we want to set the record straight and clear our name and let you know that this is incorrect, right? I'm not sure. It seems like assumption, right? So I understand why Michael may feel that way, but what's important to understand here, right, is that we're doing a lot of the background work, right? So we're the ones meeting up the advertiser to the driver, right? And we take a fee for that, right? So we have the resources and the boots on the ground to actually get the job done.
Make
right?
the ends meet.
Yeah, so Michael feels like it's a ripoff, right? So we've had a couple people who don't feel like this is and we want everybody, please, if you're watching this now, comment and let us know how you feel, right?
It looks like Joe wants all the profit.
So Joe wants all the profit, right? So I mean, you can't make everybody happy, right? So $400 is the number right now that we can get you for putting an advertisement on your truck, right? I wish I could make it higher for you guys, right? And we're constantly working with advertisers and drivers to try to increase the rates and make everybody happy, right? And so we love these kind of comments, so we can take it back to our team and see what we can do about it, right?
And you think about it though, say you're a smaller or medium-sized fleet, right? 5 trucks, example, 5 times 400, that's $2,000 a month additional for your company. It's an additional revenue stream for you. You can use that money elsewhere. You can get another driver if needed. It would help you out. It's not necessarily a ripoff when you think about it.
Yeah.
5 times 400,
So, I
that's
mean,
a pretty good paycheck right there.
And remember, this is the land of the free, right? So if you want to go find an advertiser and do this yourself, you're open to. Feel free to do that,
Absolutely.
right? But you know, we give you 400 and we do all of the dirty work for you, right? Or the kind of the background work, right? And you know, sometimes this is just my opinion, but sometimes in business, you know, you're better off focusing on the things that you're good at, right? So if you focus on getting more loads, maybe getting more trucks, right? Focus on the trucking, right? What you do, what's your bread and butter, right? And let us worry about the advertising, right? And then all you have to do is sit back, drive, and collect a check.
Absolutely.
Right? So,
Absolutely.
So let's see. So Michael Key responds to Joe. So Michael Key responds to Joe and says, "Joe Sweet, really dumb arse. They make $6,800. I don't know where Michael's getting these numbers. So they make $6,800 per month for doing literally nothing. So, and no maintenance on a billboard, no lighting expenses or anything. So again, Michael, we're finding the advertiser, and we're matching you up with the advertiser. So we're speaking with the advertiser, figuring out what type of ads they want to display, and then connecting you with the right advertiser, right? So it makes sense for everybody. So we're not doing nothing, right?
And we got to find out some details about your company, right? You know, some of your routes that you take, and just the kind of traffic that you can bring along.
Exactly. And we're going to help guide you through the whole process. Exactly.
More money, maybe. You never know.
And then, so there's no reason the driver shouldn't make a bare minimum $1,000 per month from that $6,800. Okay, in reality, the owner of the trailer should make a hell of a lot more, that like to the tune of 75% of the monthly revenue for the ad placed on his truck. So, Michael, we appreciate your comment, but you know, the harsh reality is, if we were to give 75% of the monthly revenue to you guys, although we would love to do it, I wouldn't even be in business, right, to provide an ad to you or to even make this possible. So
I wouldn't have a job, Robert.
We're definitely going to go back to the drawing table, and we're going to try and work on and see what we can do. See if we can figure out how to get you guys more money. So Richard here, Richard looks like Richard responded to Michael Key, and he says, Michael Key, I'd be willing to accept $400 per month if they paid for the trailer. Otherwise, I entirely agree. Additionally, whatever it is advertising for would have to be in line with the company and its values. And that's exactly what we do, Richard. We're going to make sure that's where we come in, right? So in other words, I ain't going to go showing up to certain places with saying Adam and Eve advert on my trailer. While I don't mind, clients may. So I guess Richard's saying, while he doesn't care if he has a porn ad on his truck, right? The people that the yard that he goes to, or the clients that he deals with, they may care. But we're gonna tell you this, Richard. We're not putting any type of derogatory, inappropriate ad on your truck, right? This is professional ads, and it's gonna be very professional and
service,
and it's not gonna raise any type of eyebrows, right? No, and you have full discretion over which advertisement you choose to place on your truck. So we're not holding a gun to your head saying, hey, you have to have this advertisement or nothing, right? We're giving you some options of advertisements that you can put on your truck.
Absolutely.
So we'll let you. I'll let Landon read. What did Bob Brown say here?
Well, it looks like another hot comment. Bob Brown came in and he said, Michael Key, that's called capitalism, you dumbass. He said if you had a half of a brain or startup money, he said if you had half a brain or startup money, you could have a company like this yourself.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'll tell you something. I almost decided, hey, because we don't tolerate any disrespect or bad attitudes here. And we were thinking, hey, maybe we moderate this, right? But we think it's it's kind of healthy having this conversation, right? So, although I don't agree with some of Bob Brown's choice of language, I do agree with his sentiment that, hey, this is capitalism, right? Everybody has the opportunity in America to go start their own business, right? Go grow your own business, right? And so it's a competitive market, right? So in order for us to have the resources and to keep the people staffed to ensure that we deliver a quality product or service, right, we have to charge a certain fee that makes sense for us, right?
Absolutely. Well, you're doing the dirty work too.
Yeah,
you know?
and you know, we're doing the hard work for you, right? We're making it easy. We're making it so you just sit back and collect a check.
Absolutely.
That's it, right? You don't have to go searching and go. All of a sudden, if you want to go do it yourself, you're running an advertising company now.
So you would bring the installers for these guys,
And I bring
right?
the installer out to the truck. Yeah.
To where they are.
Yeah, to where they are.
So they're not going out of their way.
No, absolutely not.
It gets better, man. It really does, you know.
Exactly. So Michael Key responds, and I guess he's responding to Richard here, and say, they don't pay for the trailer. Not sure where you all folks are seeing that. That's not the case. Okay, I guess he's just responding to, I think Richard may have thought, or said that if we paid for the trailer, he'd be willing to accept the $400. So Michael Key says that now Michael Key's responding to Bob Brown.
All right, so he comes in and he says, Richard, he said, they don't pay for the trailer.
Okay, we're on the next one now.
We're on
so
the next
Bob
one?
Brown, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So Michael Key says, Bob Brown, haha, you sir are the dumbass. He goes, not me. He said, it's not justifiable
for the driver to only get $400 out of a $6,000 monthly fee.
Yeah, and then he says that it's the driver's trailer that is provided as the means for displaying the ad, and therefore he should get the larger portion of the fee. The ad agency is doing no more than a broker does with a load, simply putting party A in contact with or acting as a mediator
between party B.
Party B, excuse me, guys.
It's okay. So a mediator between party B, right? So pretty much, it's like, yeah, Michael, that is what we're doing, right? I am a mediator between party A and party B, and that's where my value, that's what I bring to the table, right? And so if you want to be the mediator between party A and party B, you're welcome to go ahead and do that. Feel free, right? But if you want me to be the mediator and you just want to get money, collect a check,
we can do that.
Then I can help you out.
Make it easier for you.
So those are the comments, and next week we're gonna hopefully have a lot more for you, and it's gonna be fun to talk, right?
And we appreciate the feedback.
And we appreciate all the feedback. We love it all. So Truck Talk News, all right. TA and Petro. So as everybody knows, we're going to be having a September brake blitz, right? So TA and Petro, let's see. So they're offering, and I have it up on my screen here also. So they're doing wellness checkups, free snacks, discounts on haircuts, massages, goodie bags, hot dogs, dog washing services. So, and what you can do too is, because the September brake blitz is coming, right? So the CVSA, I think is running. I forget exactly who it is, but they're pretty much doing a money grab, right? They're looking for people that they can give violations to for brakes. So what you should do is go to a TA. Okay, here we go. My director here, Austin, is giving me some information. So truck inspectors will ramp up enforcement specifically on brakes September 16th to 22nd as part of the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance annual Brake Safety Week. Okay. So last year, 14% of trucks inspected during the one-day brake blitz were placed out of service for brake-related violations. In the annual road check inspection spree, which took place in June, brake violations usually comprise the largest percentage of out-of-service violations. Okay, so in an unannounced brake safety day inspection blitz earlier this year, just under 14% of trucks inspected were ordered out of service for brake violations. So go to a TA Petro and go get your mid-trip inspection. Make sure that you aren't one of these people that gets put out of service, right, during this brake inspection, this brake blitz. You don't want that to be you, right?
Definitely not.
No one. It's not fun when you can't make money and you're out of service. It sucks, right? So
hefty fines too, man.
So go to a TA or Petro, and we have locations here. And we're putting every link that we talk about during today's show, we're gonna have in the bio, right? And so go to this website and type in the location that you're at and find a TA or Petro, right? And go there and get your mid-trip inspection, get a massage, get your dog cleaned up, right? And get yourself taken care of. So next, let's see, White House listening session. So let's see. So they're having an FMCSA Hours of Service listening event Friday at the White House. So the last one they had was at the Great American Trucking Show. And this is where truckers, owner-operators, fleet managers, you can go to this event to give your opinion, give your suggestion. Let them know how you feel about this whole mandate and what you think. We're going to be joining. There's a webinar that you can join online if you can't make it to the actual event. And we're going to put all of the information in the bio. And some of the things they're going to be talking about is extending drivers' 14-hour daily limit by 2 hours in the event of adverse conditions. Allowing drivers to split 10-hour off-duty periods into segments.
Wow. Revising
the 30-minute break requirement. Expanding hours limits for short-haul drivers. So they're going to be talking about all these different topics. And if you have anything else to add, now is your chance, right? Because you don't want to be the guy that complains that they didn't do this and they didn't do that and they didn't do this, but you didn't show up to this event to give your opinion, right? So don't be moping and groaning that, no one did anything. Yeah. But you didn't even take the time out of your day to go give your opinion and give them a suggestion.
Yeah,
right?
It's a chance to get
they
your
don't, they
voice
don't know
heard,
the
man.
changes to make unless you tell them the changes that you feel they should make, right? They need input. They need feedback.
Absolutely.
You guys are the real guys on the ground floor, right? You guys truly know what's going on. So,
something not to
yeah,
miss out on.
voice your opinion, right?
It matters. It matters. I promise you that.
Exactly. So next in the news, truckers to the rescue under Orlando overpass. So there was a guy on a bridge. He was threatening to jump, right? And I love this story because this is what being a truck driver. I feel like this act of kindness runs deep through many truck drivers, right? A lot of truck drivers I feel like would do something like this. And obviously this story is proof of that. So these truck drivers lined up underneath the bridge to prevent this guy from jumping off and killing himself, right? So
it's incredible.
So
where can you get this story?
It's incredible, right? So
where'd you get the story?
We're gonna have all the links down in the information box below. So
all right.
Really good story. I would take the time to check it out, and I think that it kind of sheds a good light on trucking, right? And so our last segment, really, just real quick, we'll just talk, food for thought. So, two things I think about if I was in the business today. Drive ads, definitely. I know we already talked about it, but if you're looking to increase your revenue, increase your cash flow, consider getting an ad on your truck, right? If you got blank trailers, if you own them, why not, right? It's free money. I mean, hey, you're a moving billboard and you get paid. So I would definitely, I think that's some food for thought that I would take and do some research. And you can go to our website and we have tons of information on drive ads and advertising and everything. And you can come here and we'll put this link to drive ads down below. And also what I would consider is, I know that this show, we talk a lot about ELDs, but what I would consider, if you're a medium and small size business, is what non-DOT assets do you have, right? Do you have straight trucks? Do you have cranes? Do you have trailers? What type of equipment do you have that you could maybe track, right? Think about any type of asset that you could track, and once you track that asset, it optimizes your business. All of a sudden, you can give shippers and receivers notifications. You can have estimates of how quickly someone's either going to arrive or depart from a location, right? When you're booking loads, you know exactly where your trucks are. So those are some things to think about, right? Some
Absolutely.
Food for thought.
Help you optimize.
We're going to include all the links down below. And again, this is a live episode of Mandate Buddy Mondays. This was episode 8. And we greatly appreciate anybody who took the time to view our show. And I know Landon appreciates it too.
Absolutely.
And hey, thank you everybody. And until next week, Mandate Buddy Mondays.
We look forward to hearing your feedback. Thank you guys.
Thanks everybody.